Okay, hello guys. This is Abhay back again. Well, today we are going to discuss about the topic. The name of the topic is Dynamic Dashboard. Okay, so I'm going to write down here Dynamic Dashboard. What exactly does it mean? We are going to let you know right now. So today's topic would be Dynamic Dashboard. Okay, specific to this particular topic, I'm creating a video just for you guys, and you know me, right? Whenever I come with any video, it is 100% practical, hands-on, right? So let me go back to Splunk here. Search and reporting. This is the advanced feature of Splunk, you can say. Advanced feature in the sense, I'm not talking about the dashboard. It's a dynamic dashboard, and I'm going to create the inputs of drop down, radio button, text box, submit, a lot of stuffs are there. So just focus on this, how it is being done. So it's equal to underscore internal source type as count by method. This is one query which I'm putting over here, and this query is running for the last 24 hours. Let me increase the time range speaker for 7 days so that I can see more data. I'll click on here, existing dashboard and new dashboard. So this kind of things you could see because we are dealing with the latest version of Splunk, that is 8.2.0. If you guys are working in the older version, sorry, then probably this option, these options won't be there, but it's okay. I mean, Splunk has segregated these two options from the newer version, but in the older version, both the options you could see in the same window. So let's not talk about these options much, just create the dashboard. Dynamic dashboard. I'm going to give the permission, classical dashboard, and this is going to be method count. Okay. Okay, whatever it is, method count. Save to dashboard. Now this is my dynamic dashboard, and this is the dashboard panel. One dashboard panel I've added over here. Now the concept is I have named it as a dynamic dashboard, but this is not exactly a dynamic dashboard. This is a static dashboard. How this is a static dashboard? Let's say your manager says, hey, Abhay, I want to see the data for the last 15 minutes. Now, by looking at this dashboard, how will you get to know this dashboard is running for 24 hours, 15 minutes, 7 days, for all time? How will you get to know? You don't have any indication from the dashboard itself, which will let you know that for how long this dashboard is running, right? So there are many ways you can find that this dashboard query is running for how long. First of all, open in search. If you do the open search, you will see its last 7 days. This is the first way. The second way is I'll click on edit. I'll go to source, and I could see here earlier 7 day, and it is now. So this was the last 7 days. Again, I'll cancel this one. And the next one is, as I said, there are many ways. The next one is I'll click on edit, then I'll click on edit search. And then I could see 7 days, right? So let's say this is the easiest way what I have found. And my manager asked me to run the same query for the last 15 minutes. So I'll click on 15 minutes and then apply, then save. Now my dashboard is running for the last 15 minutes. Now, again, probably after a couple of days, he comes back to me saying that, hey, I want to see the data for the last 30 days. Again, I'll go on here. I'll click on here. Instead of 15 minutes, I'm going to click, let's say 30 days, apply, and then save. Again, if he says, no, I want to see the data for only 24 hours, or let's say even less than that. So in this case, again and again, I have to go here and make the changes. If I have only one panel, then probably I can do it easily. But think of the situation wherein you have multiple panels, right? In that case, I mean, it is kind of, what do you call it as very irritating job kind of stuff, like which you feel like doing. I mean, changing in each and every panel the time range picker and then clicking on save to get the desired output. And that too, when you work in the industry, in the real-time environment, in the real-time scenario, nobody does like that, even if you have one panel, a single panel in a dashboard, right? So that's the reason this is known as static. So we have to make the static dashboard dynamic, or in other word, you can also call it as we have to convert the static dashboard dynamic, right? So in order to do that, what we have to do. So as you can see here, I'll click on edit, and here I have a lot of options given: submit, time, linked list, multi-select, checkbox, drop-down, ratio. So first of all, let's deal with time input. So I'll just click on that and I'll save it. Now you see 24 hours has come. Now if I click on 15 minutes, no change is happening, right? If I click on 30 days, no change is happening. The change is happening in the sense, whenever I click any of the options from here, the query should run for that particular time. So how do you verify? If I, let's say, click for, if I want to run my query for last 30 days, so it is not running for the last 30 days. How will you get to know? Click on open in search. And you could see it is still for the last 15 minutes, but I have selected last 30 days, right? So it means there is something wrong, or probably I have missed, configuring something over here. So what exactly we need to configure, that we need to see, and that is more important. So there's a pencil button. You have to click on here and you have to give a label. Let's say select the time, then search and change. Now this is a token. What exactly the token is? Token is also known as variable. I mean, variable in Splunk, right? So the variable in Splunk is known as token in Dynamic Dashboard and nothing else. How it could be used, I'll let you know. Don't worry about that. So you can leave the token as it is, or you can give your own token. So I always prefer to give my own token because I'm a professional guy. So it is a way to remember the token based on what input you are giving in your dashboard. So let's say time, T in caps, remember, okay? So you have to use the same name the way you are giving over here. And default, let's say whenever the dashboard is loaded, by default, for which time range you should show the data. So I'm just keeping it as 24 hours. Remember, this is time, and then apply, and then save. Now again, if I go for 7 days, my data will not show for 7 days, because say the data is still showing for 15 minutes. So my data is not showing for 7 days because the token which is created for this particular input is not being used by this query. Understood what I'm saying? What does it mean? Let's say whenever I am clicking on last 7 days, time is having like this, last 7 days. Okay, so time is a token. Token is nothing but a variable. So this variable is getting this value assigned to it. Now, whenever I'm clicking last 30 days, what is happening? This 7 days is getting overridden with last 30 days. So now this is the updated data. This is the latest data to the time variable or to the time token. Now this time token we are not using. This time token we are not using here in our query. Understood what I'm saying? This time token is not being used in our query. If it is not being used in the query, how the panel query will get to know that somebody has selected this value from the input? So I'm selecting something here. I'm a human being. I'm selecting one option from here. How the panel will get to know? How the panel query will get to know? The panel query will get to know when I'm going to pass the token which is created for this input in this query. Got the point? I have to pass the token which is created for this input in the panel query. Then only both can be connected. So let's see, for the time range picker, there's a different way, but for other inputs, you'll have the same way. So I'm just showing you all these things because these are very important, very, very important. I'll click on edit. I'll click on here and then use time picker. I'll just click on here and say shared time picker time and then apply and then save. And then you remove all these stuffs, just enter to refresh the page. And as you could see here, last 24 hours is coming and this data is showing me the data. I mean, sorry, this panel is showing me the data. Now, this panel is showing me the data for how long? How will I get to know? I'll click on here just to verify. Wow, it's showing me the data for the last 24 hours, which is a by default. I said, fine. So let me cross this tab. Now let me select some other value, last 15 minutes. Now see, it has started running. You see that? If I click on last 7 days, it has started running. Now you could see here, waiting for the data. Now, if I click on here, remember I have used last 7 days. So if I click on here, I will see the data for the last 7 days. Isn't it amazing? So only one small change has made the static dashboard turn to dynamic. Now the second thing is, let me cross this one. Let me cancel this one and let me again go back to use time range picker, and this is 24 hours. Okay, I just reverted all the changes and then I am gonna refresh my page so that my dashboard will still be a static one. Now the second thing is, let's say I have delete, get, post, but my manager or my client wants to see the data only for get. So here I have got 3 values, but let's say in the real-time environment, you have a hell lot of values, so many values. And client wants to see the data only for a specific value. So in that case, you cannot keep on scroll down and get all the values for that particular value and show to the client. It's not feasible. So in that case, what needs to be done? You have to do a couple of things which are very important. Either we have to create a drop down here, or we have to go for the checkbox, or a lot of options are there. So we'll see all those options one by one. Edit from this input. I'm going to have a drop down. After adding a drop down, if I save it, see, I don't have anything else over here. Field 1. What is field 1? This is again a token, right? It's a by default token. It could have been field 2 if I would not have deleted the first input time. Since I deleted the first input, that's the reason it is coming as field 1. So no need to get confused with this name. I'll just click on here. I'm gonna write select the method name, anything. This is the one which I want to display. Search and change. I'll just click on here. Token, anything you can keep. I'm just keeping as method. I'm just keeping it as method. Okay. It can be the same as field 1 also. Now there are 2 things: static, dynamic. Let's deal with static first. Okay. What is the name? I want to display a name get, and this is the value. Here I can give the name which is to be displayed over here. Let's say get value. This is my name. I can put any name. I can also put get Abhay. I can put any name over here, but this has to be the real value for the method field. What is the real value for the method field? One second. What is the real value for the method field? I'll let you know. Don't worry. Now see, in the last 24 hours, there are total 3 values: get, post, delete, get, post, delete. Now what I'm going to do here, select the method name, search and change method, sorry. Now static, get value. Now here I have to give this name, get, the one which is a real value of this particular field, right? So I'm going to put here get. You should not do any mistake in the value. You can write anything over here because this is a display name. Now then post value, post, and what else we have? Delete. Delete, right? Now come down, last 24 hours, apply, save, refresh. After I refresh, now there is no by default value. There is no by default value. That's reason it is asking me to select something from here. So how do I click on the by default value? I just click on here. This one, default. So it has to be selected. So let's say whenever you refresh the dashboard or load the dashboard, the data will only show for get. The data will only show for get, right? So these are by default. Apply, save. See, after you save, you have to refresh the dashboard. Sometimes what happens, it does not come. So you should not panic, like even after you have done everything correctly, it's not coming. Now see, after I refresh, what I'm getting here, I'm getting the by default value get, but here I'm getting all the 3 values. I was supposed to get, or I'm supposed to get this data, this particular row, but I'm not getting. I'm getting everything. It's okay. We'll see. Now you see post value, delete value. You understood? So these are the display name. These are the display name. Now, whenever I select post value, what is happening? What is happening in the backend? What is the token name? The token name is method. Sorry, yeah, I remember. So it is happening something like that. Method equal to. Now post value. What is the value for the post value? The value for the post value is post. So it's happening like that. So if I select delete, then what is happening? So this post, the older value is getting replaced with delete. Understood? The older value is getting replaced with delete. So this is what is happening. But this is my variable and this is my token. Both are same. So method is getting the updated value upon my selection. But am I using this method as a variable in my query? No. I'm not using. That's the reason we have to use it. So if I click on this, this is my existing query. What I'm going to do, in order to see, okay, so just try to understand. Let's say if I have to only see the data for get, just to make you understand what I have to do, I have to just add here method equal to get. So I'll see the data only for get. If I have to see the data only for post, I'll just write post over here, right? So instead of writing post, get, delete, head, whatever it is, why not I'm going to write this variable? Because this variable or this token is a token, this token is a name which is getting updated every time whenever I am selecting the values from the drop down. So instead of writing delete, post, get, head directly there, why not I'm going to call the token method. Now guys, if I write method equal to method, then this method will not be considered as a token. Why? Because this method is under double quotes and this method will be considered as a normal string. So if I put enter over here, I will not get any data. Why I will not get any data? Because this field does not have any value called method. This field does not have any value called methods, and method is a string. So in order to make method a token, what I have to do, I have to give dollar before and after the token name. Did you get that? Dollar. So if I enclose this particular word in a dollar, then what will happen? This method will not be considered as a string. This method will be considered as a token. Now copy and paste. Don't put enter over here because here you cannot see anything. Here it will not be shown. You got the point. So don't be in panic that Abhay, it is not showing any data over here, even if I am putting like this. No, because token, this is the search page, right? Where you are searching for the data after writing the query. So here you don't have any token created. So token got created here in the dynamic dashboard. So obviously your existing query must be replaced with this one. So I'll go to edit. Here I'm going to do for this, right? And then apply, save, remove this. Yeah, refresh. Now you see, by default, we set the value for get. So see, it is coming for get. Now, if I click on post, I could see post. If I could, if I select for delete, it's time for delete. But what if I want to see for all? What if I want to see for all? I don't have any option because I have an option only to select one by one. So just come to the query. Come to the query. If let's say in this query, I want to see everything. So what I'm supposed to give? I will give star, obviously. I'll give star so that I can get all. So let me add one more static option here. Let's say all. Whenever somebody clicks all, then star should go as a value. Then star should go as a value. I'll again refresh. I'll again refresh. And then if I want to see the data for delete, delete. Want to see the data for all? Perfect. I could see for everything. But now you tell me, let's say this data is showing me, I mean, this output is showing me for the last 24 hours. It might happen that after a couple of months or couple of days, more application got added and I am getting more values for this particular field. I am getting 10 more values. Now I have only 3. So I have started getting 10 more values for this particular field. In that case, I will have the value in the log, but in the drop down, I will have only these 3 options. Why these 3 options? Because these options have been added statically. These options have been added statically. Sorry, got the point. I mean, if I have to bring all the extra 10 values, it means 10 plus 3 total 17 values I have for this method field. Try to understand. I have total 17 values for this method field. 3 already have been added, right? If I have to add 10 more, 10 plus 3, 13, right? If I have to add 10 more, what I have to do? I have to click on edit. And I have to start adding one by one over here, 10 more. But this is not feasible because you'd be handling hell lot of projects, you'd be handling hell lot of dashboards. So it's not possible to remember anyone. It's not possible to track anyone. You got the point. I mean, it is going to be very clumsy. So that's the reason. That's the reason we are not going to use this we are not going to use this static option anymore. You understood, right? When to go for the static, when to go for the dynamic. We have one more option called dynamic. In the static, we will only go with the static when I'm pretty much sure that my value is not going to be changed in future. So my value will remain as it is. So I'm going to put the static. In that case, I'm not going to go for the dynamic. But when I know that for this particular field, my value is going to change. I mean, today I have only 2 values. Tomorrow I may have 5 values. or probably after a year, I may have 20 values or 30 values. It might get changed, or probably I may have less values also. So in that case, you should not go with static. So let me remove this static one. Okay, let me remove this static. Over apply. Except all, I don't have anything else. Now you see what will come. Select. Search is waiting for input. You know why this is coming? Because by default we selected get, and now we remove get. So that's the reason it is asking me to select something. Then only this will start working. Right. So in that case, we have to write a query which can give me this particular list. We have to write a query which will give me this particular list. So how you can write a query? This is one query which is getting me this particular list, right? Either I can use this query, or I can use this query also, or I can use this query. So both are same. Either you use this or you use this. So let me use the previous one. Either of this query you can use. Either of this query you can use, right? So Control C. It is very, very easy to understand. Come down, dynamic option. I have removed everything except all, right? So here I'm going to put this one. Now, what is the field name over here? The field name is method. Remember, the field name is method. So here also I'm going to give the same name, field for level method, all in small, and field for value method. Okay. Okay. How long the data should run? The data should run for last 24 hours. That is fine. And in default, what you can select? You can select all in default. Come down, apply, save, enter. Now see, now it is not searching for the input because by default I have already set all. Now I want to see the data for get. Wow. Post. Wow. It's coming. Delete. All. Perfect. Now, you know, the beauty of this selection is I'll go to add input. One second. I'll go to here and I want to have a radio button. That's it. Apply. So instead of drop down, you will have the same thing in the form of radio button. Got it? See how beautiful it is coming. There are other inputs as well. So probably we will be talking about the other inputs some other day. If you like this video, then you should let me know in comment that you need the video for the other inputs as well. And if you want to have the video on the combination of these inputs, then that also I'm going to let you know. But as a beginner on the dynamic dashboard, you need to practice this one because this is very important. If you understand this, then I don't think you need to know all these things from me. I mean, you can do on your own. Let's say text box example. I mean, this is very easy, very, very easy because now you have got the concept of the tokenization. Let's say I'm clicking on here, select the method name, search and change. Method name. Okay. What is this? Select the method name and method name is a text. Okay, token. Now apply. I'm just deleting the existing one. If I have to delete, I have to delete this also, right? Yeah. Now I want to search for get. I'm hitting enter, but nothing is happening. Why nothing is happening? Because my query does not have method name. So either I can put method equal to method name here, or I can put like this. Both are same, right? Method equal to method name, but this is a token, so it has to be enclosed in. Anything is fine, man. Anything is fine. Whatever you do, doesn't matter. Okay, there's no by default value, so get. If you want to see the data for post, star. We'll see if we could give some by default values as a star. See, default. Default is you can put star. Default you can put star. See, default is already star. If you want to see the data for it, right? So this is a stuff. So which are the inputs we covered today? Time, drop down, radio, text, like that. You have multi-select, checkbox, submit. So it's quite easy. It's very easy, and I hope this concept of yours is clear. And many people look for this kind of video wherein you need to have a complete hands-on on the dynamic dashboard. This is the basics. But believe me, if your basics is clear, then you can do anything in the world. So similar kind of video, I'll be again coming back to you with, and hope you have enjoyed this video a lot. And again, I'll be getting back to you with the next topic. Probably the next topic would be something which is quite interesting and kind of a troubleshooting, or you can say a real-time scenario which happens in the IT industry. So probably I'll be coming in that. Okay. And if you want to know more about what Splunk does and all, then obviously you should visit Splunk on bigdata.com. This is really going to be very useful for all these Splunkers. As you can see here, use case, development, command, eval function, knowledge objects, dashboard, administration, security, enterprise security, app integration, tips and tricks, Splunk videos, the same video there in YouTube. So everything you will get to know from splunkonbigdata.com, right? It is really going to be amazing. And soon we are going to add, the block for machine learning, artificial intelligence. You have Python, data science, robotics, and other stuff. So probably you have to just wait for 15 more days. You'll be seeing more tabs over here with the other technology blocks as well. Yep. And you can also follow us in LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and other stuffs, just to stay connected with us. That's it. This is all for the time being. And thank you. And I hope you have really enjoyed this video a lot. Stay connected, stay well. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Take care.